44. Okay. Hi guys.
Okay, everyone. So first of all, let me start. Turn off your speakers.
I did.
I'm going to apologize because we had the great Jake Adelstein all lined up, and I basically have just been so buried with work. I did not reach out to him to actually make the arrangements for tonight, and I actually, when I mailed him tonight, I said, yeah, it's too late. I'm sorry, and let's reschedule. He actually called me right away, and we had a really good chat, and he was really good about it. And he said he really wants to come on and join our show and talk to you guys. So we are going to come back and we're going to do that and do it right on another Wednesday. So my apologies. It didn't quite happen this week. But yeah, that is what it is. So
maybe next week.
You can hear me okay? Oh, my sound is there. Okay. The video's not switching, but that's okay. Ah, there it is. So yeah, anyway, my bad. Anyway, it was my bad. I dropped the ball on getting him after we had him all lined up to come on for tonight. But yeah, no, he's really good. He's actually working on a news story right now. On Abe's going to be announcing the constitutional change plans tomorrow, apparently. So he is talking to. Maybe I shouldn't give too many tip-offs on the story, but he's going to have a story running in the Daily Beast, which is one of the newspapers he publishes in. It's an online news site, and so you can check out his story. It's going to be coming out live tomorrow, so it sounds like it's going to be pretty good from what I hear about it, and there'll be more info for when we get him on and talk to him. So yeah, super interesting guy and great book, which we want to talk about with him, so we will do that. Time for a gong.
Okay, this is heavy, so hold on a minute, sister. Okay, ready?
Yep.
Aren't you jealous of this gong? Isn't it a beautiful gong? Look at that. Whoa.
That's a beautiful gong.
Okay, welcome to another 2.5 Oyajis. We are 30 minutes late, which is
fashionable. In France, it's about on time.
Shot of whiskey for you, Jake Adelstein. Stein, right?
Stein. It's Stein. Don't say that Stein shit. You want to come on?
Me too. It's so hard to get rid of it.
Yeah. It's like if I called you, give me a Breakerstein. Who would call you that?
Right. Hey, so I'm in the bar the other day. I'm in the bar. These two little
folks walks into a bar. Bartender says, "Why the long face?"
I'm in a bar the other day, and these two guys are sitting next to me, and I know they're talking shit about me in some language, but I can't really hear it because it's really loud, the music.
English.
And I can't tell. Yeah, it's English. I can't understand their English language. And one of them walks away, and the other one, and I can't help myself. So as the other one walks away, I grab his shoulder. And I said, "You guys talking about me?" And he says, "Yeah, we were wondering where you're from." And I said, "I'm American." And he goes, "Oh," he goes, "because you look like a Jew." And I said,
"I don't
know what a Jew looks like." He goes, "It's all right, I'm a Jew."
Well, there you go. That's actually, and I have Jewish relatives myself, and I can tell you that's like the most popular sport for Jewish people is trying to pick out who other Jewish people are.
But that was pretty funny. Oh, okay, well, I'm not Jewish, but whatever. But the funny thing was, his friend looked angry the whole night. He kept looking over me like, another Jew is over here. But he's sitting with a Jew, so I didn't quite get that. And then a few minutes later, these two guys.
He's a self-hating Jew. That's his problem.
Self-hating Jew, yes. Like I'm a self-hating Mexican.
Yes, exactly. A self-hating Puerto Rican.
About 30 minutes later, these two huge guys who have like these like K1 type fighter shirts on, and they're huge. So I think, of course, they're fighters, right?
No.
And they look over at me, and they hold it. One guy picks up his cell phone, and he looks over to me, and he starts playing a video on it, and it's me and Tomoko.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah, it was pretty funny. So then I went over there and had a drink with them, and took a picture with them. That's pretty funny, but. Anyway, that's it. That's it. My story kind of coddled out there. Nothing too much. But I was prepared for Jake Adelstein. I studied up on Missouri, or Missouri. How is it?
Missouri. Actually, there's what is it? Brittany Pyong is from Missouri.
We'll have to ask someone again because I forgot.
There's Brittany Pyong, but she says she doesn't actually say Missouri. But I don't know. I think Eric Cartman likes saying Missouri.
Who? That's Eric Cartman from the Seinfeld from from South Park.
I bet you I can probably Google those a reference, but
yeah, okay. I forgot about that. But anyway, so we're on. You know, I've been so busy this week. I know you have too. So I've been way behind on news. Though there were some pretty weird stories happening this week. There was a bus jacking 2 days ago. Did you see that?
Really? In Japan?
Yes. And this is like the third time I've seen this in Japan in 20 years.
I totally missed
People actually hijack buses in Japan, which has got to be the stupidest thing to do, right?
And what did he do with the bus once he hijacked? It's like the dog that catches the car. You know, it's like, okay, now what are you gonna do?
Really? So I don't know. They got rid of him. They caught him. No big deal.
They got rid of him. It made it sound. You make it sound like they just shot him or something.
I don't think they shot him, but they took him down. He's out of the picture. I caught the half end where they subdued him, but they were still talking about it as if it were a danger because there's no crime in Japan, so it's hard, to talk about anything interesting. Yeah. Though I'm sure Jake Adelstein would disagree because apparently a lot of crime is covered up because the people who are victims are not important enough to be mentioned in the news.
Well, that's true. I don't know. No, he's covered a few good victim stories. He had the story of the Miss Universe who was stalked by the Yakuza, which was pretty good.
Miss what? Universe of what?
There was the Miss Japan International or something like Miss International, who was Japanese, and apparently like a talent agency. You know how all these talent agencies kind of
sexual harassment, right?
No, actually, no, not this time. It was just that she discovered that like the main talent agency, which basically forcibly attached her to their group, she found out was listed as a mafia affiliated company. And she refused to do business with them, so they started sending over like private investigators and had kind of mafia people call up and harass her. So she's kind of done this huge campaign against the media, against the mob. But right up as she did a great big long interview, which is on YouTube, which was put on the Foreign Correspondents Club of Japan. That's a really interesting video. It's really interesting. She just talking about her story and the kind of tactics that they use against her and her family and.
It's all in English or Japanese?
In English, because it's the foreign.
Yeah, that's what I thought, but I'm surprised she speaks English. That's why.
But it's Miss International, so it's a beauty pageant thing.
So.
Well, that's natural. That's understandable, but but it's kind of true. So it's one thing. It's one thing in Japan, like it's actually when you watch Miss. So when you watch Miss Universe, I mean, of course, I know that you support Mexico most of the time.
Well, I never watch Miss Universe.
Or
unless there's a transvestite involved, and I'm just rooting for the transvestite to upset the balance of nature.
Yeah, but or of course the Jewish contestants. But they had the
Jewish transvestites.
Perfect. Yes, and there are probably actually a few. They have the people get quite nationalistic about Miss Universe, and I've met like Colombian guys, and the first thing they say is like, we have the most beautiful women in the world, screw Venezuela, and and stuff like that. Like almost as a self-introduction, it's kind of a point of pride.
Even though those two countries are actually literally next to each other, there's probably no difference in their ethnic groups at all.
Well, from what I hear, the cosmetic surgeons of Venezuela are way better. But in Japan,
I have seen some nice cosmetically styled asses from Venezuela, I gotta tell you.
Well, if you're gonna go to all the trouble, you might as well, right? You might as well. That's what it's for, right? It's there for us to look at and go, yes, that's good. But in Japan, the thing is that it's kind of weird. Like there's no great culture of these beauty pageants. It tends to be people who've like lived in America and they've come back to Japan and they kind of hang out in Roppongi and who tend to be the types who go to these beauty pageants when they have them. They're kind of from a very small group. And frankly, it's kind of these Roppongi girl types that seem to win. So it kind of means like when they get the winner, I remember there was a few years ago where they got a winner and all the sports newspapers and so on were really harsh. They were like, this is the best in Japan. So they're not very nationalistic about that at all.
Oh, really? They don't defend them, huh?
No, they don't support them at all. I mean,
a lot of this, the few sports newspapers I've seen often have a page on how to pick up Western women.
Yeah.
On the back.
I read that.
Yeah.
But it doesn't work.
They have some cheap expression like, how to say give me oral pleasure in English,
And it doesn't work. It doesn't work. I got fired 3 times. I took their advice.
But yeah, so the point is they focus on foreign women actually in a lot of those papers.
Yeah.
So
well, they're the great prize, aren't they?
The foreign women. Yeah, and it's funny because often people they accuse Westerners of having yellow fever, but I think that fascination with the foreign woman exists in every country, of course.
Yeah, and I think it's a particularly unfair accusation where the foreigners in question actually have actual yellow fever, you know, like they get bitten by a mosquito or something.
Hey, it's not their fault, you know.
Yes, I'm
Bitten by mosquitoes.
That's kind of unfair. Yeah, I'm very upset that you brought that up. Thank you.
So I'm looking at Japan today, which is like the worst, I think, of the newspapers.
It used to be really good, but yes, it's not now.
But let me see. But one of the top stories is from about two crewmates from Wakata returned to Earth after 6 months in a space station.
Yeah.
So a few months, 2 months ago, I saw an article about a cherry blossom seed that had been taken into space and had revolved around the world, like, I don't know, 80 times or 100 times, I don't remember. And then the seed came back to Earth. They took the seed and they planted it, and for some bizarre reason, the seed actually grew faster than it should have. It matured really quickly, and it became like a miracle cherry tree.
Sounds like they should do that with all the seeds.
So I went to go see the tree, right?
Yeah.
And it's actually like 2 hours away by car. I drove up there.
Yeah.
And I thought I'm gonna go see this tree because it was also they planted it next to the seed came from a 1,200-year-old tree.
Yeah. But
all of the seeds from this tree would never blossom for some reason. They were all duds. So this big old tree was shooting blanks.
Oh.
You know, it's not his fault. He's an old tree. He's 1,200 years old. So.
Yeah, you give a tree a break, man. Yeah.
I know, give the poor tree a break. So they took the seeds of this tree, this 1,200-year-old tree that none of those seeds had worked until now. But they took it into space, made it revolve, like they shook it up, you know, like 1,000, whatever, 400 times. It came back and it grew. But when I went up to see it, I was like the only person. Like I asked the guy, and it's a very little temple.
Wait, is this the tree?
A temple. It was a temple. It was a very little temple, and I asked the people. I said, "So, where's the tree?" I came up to see the tree, and they said, "Oh, like that's over there." They pointed, and there was nothing special, just like a little tiny stick coming out of the tree with some, you know, green foliage. And I said, "Have many people come up to see the tree, you know, after the article?" And they said, "No, you're pretty much the only one." But Ronan Dave had heard about it too, and he emailed me the next day telling me he was going to go see the tree, and I told him don't bother because, you know, it's nothing. It's just a green twig. So
if there had been like massive crowds of hundreds of people gathered around this tree, like posing in front of it and making like peace signs and taking pictures and stuff, do you think your impression of the tree might have been different?
I just would have thought people were stupid because the blossoms had already fallen. According to the newspaper article, there were only 5 blossoms.
Yeah.
And when I got there, they'd already fallen off. It was just green. So no, I would have thought it's stupid, you know. Yeah, but I was disappointed.
Yeah.
And even the 1,200-year-old tree wasn't that impressive.
So that was kind of a lose-lose situation all around, wasn't it?
Well, no, we had a nice drive. My wife and Yoko and I had a nice drive through the country, and then we drove to another tree that was also 1,200 years old. That was much more impressive, and we took pictures. Yeah, it was good. Yeah, we had a good time.
Yeah.
But it was kind of funny actually. So the fact that nobody had come to see the tree except this one guy, me.
Yeah.
Even though it was published in the newspaper, you know.
You should have. You could have made a bigger thing about it, couldn't you? Yeah, I mean, it's all about it's not about what it is. It's about the festival around it.
Right. Well, there's no festival. There was just this tree.
Hey, where there's Victor, there's a party. Speaking of which, did you submitted a video, a happy dance video for Sam?
I did, but I don't know if he's gotten it yet because he
tweeted that he got one from you.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
He's blocked me on Facebook. Apparently, I hurt his feelings in some way that I'm not really sure how. But so I haven't heard. I've sent it for him. I sent him emails and texts and I said, "Have you gotten the video?" But no response yet. So.
Yeah.
But you know he has. So.
Yeah. So he blocked you, but he'll dance with you. So that's that.
Well, that's good. I think
that's salvageable. Hey man, I mentioned this. I've got to tell you, I am actually going on Insoku. I'm taking my son on a field trip tomorrow, starting
Insoku. Field trip.
Field trip. And that means I have to get up super early. And I'm sorry we had all the technical trouble in the start of this, but I actually have to bail out.
All right.
So I'm sorry. Do you mind if you can keep going, but I have to go out. So
I'll just talk to the folks for a little while.
Tell them some more.
I mean, I got dressed up. I put on a tie and everything. So.
You did, and there's lots of comments and stuff. So shout back and.
All right.
I want to say good night.
So maybe next week.
Yes, maybe next week. We're gonna adjust and we're gonna make sure we can pre-announce next time as well. We're gonna be much better prepared. So sorry for the trouble tonight, and I'll see you again next week.
Let's get on next week at 10 a.m. 10 p.m. I mean 10 p.m. just to make sure, not 10 a.m.
Just to confuse them.
Yeah. Just to make sure it works.
Yeah.
All right.
So cool.
I'll keep on for a little while.
Cool. Okay.
All right. I'll talk to you later. Oh, he's gone. Okay. If anyone is interested in coming on, I'm open to people who are actually talkative. I've opened the floor before to people, and you get these people who just sit there and stare at the camera and don't say anything. So if you're one of those people, don't bother. But if you're someone else who has something to contribute, then you're welcome to get on. I would have to send you the link, though. Hold on a second. I'm prepared just in case that happens. So. Anyway, let me look at the comments here. Let's see what's happening. So yeah, so Busan Kevin's kids are getting all rowdy, sick and stuff. So that's pretty tough. He's written a new blog post about how it is, what it is like to raise a half child. It almost sounds like a problem kid, but I'm pretty sure it's probably not very different from any other child. Kids are kids, right? Oh yeah, so my Argonaut says that he used scissors or a knife to hijack the. Yes, it's true. He hijacked the bus with scissors. Can you imagine that? This is the kind of country it is. Can you imagine getting on a bus in New York City and saying, "I got a pair of scissors"? Just amazing that you can actually get away with that here. It's such a great city where that kind of shit happens, but. Let's see. Any questions? Yes. Well, we started. We didn't have time to set it up properly, so this is why. Because Michael, Hiko Simon had to bail out. It's actually his night to do the show, but he got home late and then he had trouble. He had to take a shower because he stunk. He's from New Zealand. They don't smell so well. And Guys and Shane's gonna come on. All right. Sure. I don't want to stay on too late, though, but let me see. See the story, single tweet could land a nuclear activist in jail? That does sound interesting. It's amazing to me that anyone can go to jail for tweeting or doing anything online. But I guess I shouldn't be. Oh, let's see. It's on the Vice channel. I'll have to read that later, but yes, apparently on Vice, news.vice.com, there's an article called How a Single Tweet Could Land a Japanese Nuclear Activist in Jail. I'll put the title and the writer in the comment section, because if I don't think I'm allowed to put a URL in there because YouTube is weird about that. Yeah, but check it out if you want. What? You're leaving? Who's leaving? The seed was saying fuck. I'm not sure. That's funny. So recently, I've been really annoyed by Facebook because it's a time sucker, and I've recently blocked even friends of mine, people that I actually enjoy communicating with, because they've posted these ridiculous quizzes that annoy me. And okay, let me go back to the original quiz. There's only one quiz that I've ever thought was interesting was, what's your porn name? Right? Have you ever heard that? What's your porn name? And there's a rule to it, right? I think it's what's your porn name is the street where you lived on as a kid, I think, right? Let me see. The street you actually lived on as a kid, and then I forgot the other half of that. But anyway, there's some kind of rule, and I thought that was kind of interesting. Years ago, that's really old, right? But now there's apparently all these different. Oh, here it is. Your porn name would be the name of your childhood pet, along with the name of the street where you grew up. So in my case, it would be Bernie Milo. I lived on Milo Street in Boston. Newton, Massachusetts, actually. And I had a dog named Bernie, so Bernie Milo. That's a pretty good name, right? Yeah, so anyway, so I've started blocking people for putting other kinds of quizzes. That's the only quiz I can tolerate. But the other quizzes like what kind of superhero would be, what character from this TV show would you be, you know? There was something about what lead singer, the name of the lead singer that you slept with last night is some just ridiculous crap. So I just started blocking people, and it's a pain in the ass because people that I actually enjoy following are actually oh, okay. How do I join? Gaijin Shane, check your YouTube. Oh, check your Facebook. Check your Facebook. Okay. Oh, what's your name? I don't think. Are we friends on? Yeah. Check your Facebook. I'll send you a message right now. Okay. Did that work? No, it didn't work. Oh, hold on a second. Okay, we have a new vlogger, Gaijin Shane. We don't usually let new vloggers on, but I've met this guy before. So I know he's actually quite talkative, so he should be. I think he'll be no problem. And he's a newbie. He's got some really interesting stories that I don't think he's allowed to talk about yet, actually, because they could land him in a bit of trouble. But he's had quite a few very exciting stories already. Yeah. Emmylou Maitland, how you doing? John McRoberts, I really like the new Sony. It's really good for the price, 45,000 yen. I paid $450. Really good. It's very, very popular. There's a waiting list if you want to buy one in Japan. Usually, they're sold out in most stores. But I got mine like in less than 2 weeks. I was expecting to wait 3 weeks, but came a little bit early. I don't see him coming on. Oh, look at that. But I don't really know what's happening in the States. I mean, in Japan right now, I've been working so much. I've been kind of out of it. Let's
Here
see.
in Sakai for the Nagoya, I guess it's a music festival that's going on.
So this new guy Shane has got a pretty in-your-face personality. I think he's good. He's good. He's very interesting. He's pretty funny. But he's got a. Now I won't say offensive. I'd say very open and in your face and not shy at all. Yeah. So you guys should check him out. He's called Gaijin in Japan. Gaijin Shane, actually. Gaijin Shane. Let me see. My poor name would be Buffy Hart. That's pretty funny. Yeah, I started unfollowing people, Brittany. I noticed that. I'm excited for Godzilla. I'm excited for X-Men and Godzilla. Very excited for those. And I'm also excited for the next year for the Avengers. This year, though, no. Planet of the Apes. I'm so looking forward to that. Yeah, all those dumb quizzes. I eat carbs. I completely agree. Yeah. Do I follow the sports scene at all? No. I hate to say this because I know that it automatically disconnects me from people, but I think organized sports are stupid. Some of my best friends are like they follow some team, but for me it just seems so fake. I mean, how can you follow a team of people that just play there because they were paid a lot of money. You know, I really don't understand the insincerity of that. I'm sorry, but for me, you know, like that guy that went from Chicago, that big LeBron, what was his name? James LeBron, something LeBron. The guy went from Chicago to Miami because of the money, and like played with everyone. Like, and, you know, that was just ridiculous. I mean, if anything, that was like a big spit in your face, you know. I just don't. Oh, there he is. Yeah, I started unfollowing people, Brittany. I noticed that. Oh, your speakers are on, man. Shane. So Shane is here, but he's not quite here. His camera's not quite working. Planet of the Apes. I'm so looking forward to that. That's not me. That's all the ridiculous. Turn off your speakers, man.
Okay,
I mean, if anything, that was like a big. Turn off your speakers. Big spit in your face, you know. Oh, now he's gone. Okay. Well, I think this week has been this 2.5 weeks has been kind of a fail this week. We occasionally have this kind of problem. But I have tons of videos to make that I'm way behind on. Actually, Shane and Regan came over today with Tomoko Sensei. You remember Tomoko? Tomoko desu! And we made a video, the three of us. We made 3 videos, actually. So please look for those. They will be on Regan, Japan and Regan, Japan with Regan channel. And I'll put them in the comments here. Japan with Regan. And then there's also Bowie, I believe Bowie, Tomo 0803. And then of course Gimmeabreakman. I just got a oh there he is. Oh, there he is. Okay.
Okay, perfect. So I just have to be on Google Hangouts, not on YouTube, right?
I don't know. I
Right?
just sent you that link. I mean, usually the link works.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
So,
I like my little get up right here. Copying you.
You look gangster.
You look gangster.
So everyone, this is Shane, Gaijin Shane.
Yes, yes, yes. I was trying to get Mira to come on, but she's being lame. And
She won't come on?
yeah, she says she's in her PJs and doesn't want to come on.
So what? Unless they're like unless she's scantily clad, which would even be better for everybody.
She sleeps in the nude, I hear, so that's probably what it is. She doesn't want to come on.
Mira, why don't you come on? Shane and I will take off our shirts, so I'm sure nobody wants to see me.
You're already in your boxers, right?
No, no, not boxers. These are actually shorts.
Oh,
Shorts.
they look like boxers.
Really? No.
I mean, from far away. From a quick little glance.
No, not boxers. But what are you you got a new job, right? Can you talk about your new job? Did you start today?
Yeah, I can probably talk about that like in a couple weeks.
Well, you can talk abstractly about it.
Abstractly, yeah. But...
As in, don't name the company, but how's work?
Oh, this new company. Oh, this new company is awesome. I love this new company.
Oh, good.
Yeah. It's freaking the shit.
How many weeks of training do you have to go through?
Just 2. It's quick, and then I'm gone and ready to teach.
Do they?
Whatever.
Will they teach? Will they pay you full salary, or there's a training salary?
No, I don't think there's any places that like really do like full salary. It's mostly training salary. Yeah, it's only about $50 a day, which is nothing. But once you get the monthly salary, it's good.
$50 a day?
Yeah.
Yes, that's pretty typical though for training salaries.
Yeah, for training salaries.
Well, there's just 2 other guys. I didn't mean to usually Hiko's on, so but there's 2 other guys and I want to talk about them very briefly because they do have some insight on a couple things. One of them is Jat Courtney. And this is a New Zealand, I believe he's a New Zealander. I interviewed him once and he rode his skateboard through half of Japan, I would say. from Hokkaido all the way down past Nagoya, past Osaka, and then
Did he film it, or was just doing it for fun?
No, he filmed it. He filmed most of it.
Yeah.
And he's got a movie coming out, and he supports he's got charities for his for orphan kids. But last week he was hit by a car.
Oh, really? In Japan?
Yeah. Yeah, and he lives in Osaka now. He's teaching English in Osaka.
Yeah.
Osaka, and his name is Jack, and yeah, so I want to hear his story. So I invited him. I don't know if he'll come on, but I tried sending him the. Oh,
Did he stop doing YouTube videos, or is he?
He's doing YouTube videos. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And the other guy's named Jason. He's an old-time YouTuber like me who lives over in Shimane or near Shimane.
My Argonauts, Jason.
Yeah. You know him?
Yeah. No, I don't know him, but I follow him. Yeah. I know
Okay.
Who he is.
Okay,
Yeah.
so he's very knowledgeable on the JET program and sumo. He knows all
Yeah,
about sumo.
yeah. I got all my information from the JET program from his videos.
Oh, really?
And then I ended up not even doing JET, so it's funny.
Why didn't you do JET?
Well, because they were gonna. I don't want to come in August. I wanted to come right away. So
Ah.
I don't want to wait 5 or 6 months.
So JET is only twice a year or something?
It's once a year. Yeah, it's super. It's if you don't get once a year, you have to wait till the next year.
Oh, that sucks.
It's a 6 month ridiculous interview process. So it's kind of.
What's the age group? Do you remember?
Age group. I don't know. I'm sure my reps would know more. I know you can only do 5 years though. I'm assuming it's 35. That's what would be the height. I would assume. That's with most companies here. Once you're
Jason,
two.
here? Jason? Oh, there he is.
Hello.
How you doing, man? Good to see you. Long time no see.
Good.
So, the most important question right away: Spider-Man 2 or Captain America? Which one rocked?
Oh, Captain America was way better.
Right? Much better, right?
No, yeah, I agree. It's much better. Much better. But Rachel probably thinks that Spider-Man was horrible.
I enjoyed Spider-Man thanks to Shane and Regan and my wife. We just had fun that night.
Yeah, it was a good popcorn muncher, but not one I'll buy on Blu-ray.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Captain America, much better movie, right?
Really good film.
Yeah.
So this is Jason, I don't know if you guys know this, is not just an expert on sumo and JET, but he's also a movie nerd.
I'm a huge movie nerd, yes.
Huge movie nerd.
And I should preface that with today is George Lucas's 70th birthday. Happy birthday, George.
You are really a movie nerd.
Yes.
When does Godzilla come out in Japan? Do you know?
July 25th.
Okay.
See, look at this guy.
We got time. We got time.
And
we don't get X-Men until May 25th, so we get it about 2 weeks after America.
Are you sure it's not May 30th?
No, it's the weekend before that. Oh no, you might be right. May 30th. You might be right.
I'm pretty sure it's May 30th.
Yeah,
if it's May 30th, then we have time to do a secret thing that we're gonna do.
All right. Maybe because Regan, we were all gonna go together and try to see it in 4D. We're hoping to see it in 4D. Do they have 4D theaters where you are?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, hell no.
No, I didn't think so.
I'd have to go to Fukuoka.
The first 4D theater opened near Nagoya, just south of Nagoya, and it's owned by a Korean company.
Wow.
They're apparently the pioneers of 4D.
Oh, really? I feel like it's gonna be stupid, but I'm down to go. I don't think it's gonna be a big difference.
X-Men?
Not the movie. I think the 4D experience is gonna be I can't imagine it being that much better.
I know, maybe someone will lick your face when.
Yeah, I feel like it's probably just the seats, because they have those in America now, the motion seats.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's all it's gonna be.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, it couldn't have been. It will never match the experience that Jack must have experienced just last week. If you guys don't know this is Jack Courtney.
Yes.
What's your YouTube channel again?
Ecstatic Jack.
Ecstatic Jack, yes. And Ecstatic Jack, I met here in Nagoya about 6 months ago. Was it last summer?
About just over 6 months ago. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. And he skateboarded across Japan from the north part of Hokkaido. How far did you get?
Yeah, from Sapporo to Hiroshima.
Hiroshima, right.
So it was 2,000 kilometers, but 1,500 something odd by skateboard.
Right. And recently, I saw on Facebook that you had an accident.
Yes, that's right. So
are you okay?
yeah, so I'm fine. I got a little small scratches, nothing serious. But so what happened was I was about less than a kilometer from my house, green pedestrian light for myself, and car comes out of nowhere and just clips me, hits me off my skateboard, then runs over my skateboard, and it just keeps going, doesn't even stop.
Wow.
And at the time, I was shocked. I didn't know what to do. I didn't think about getting the number plates or anything. And I was so close to my house that I just picked up my skateboard and went home, cried, pretty much. Yeah.
That's crazy,
Crazy
man.
story.
How much did you bring down with you for that trip? Like, how much money for your skateboarding trip?
How much money? Okay, so I bought about $2,000 in Z. So I think that's maybe about I don't know how much that is US, maybe like 1.7, 1.8 US.
Yeah.
Yeah, New Zealand money. So I didn't end up spending all of it because all my expenses were just mostly for food. Because I didn't get any transport, stuff like that. So
Of course, you saved
I
all
don't
the
know. I think the whole trip costed. Yeah, the whole trip costed me like, including airfares and food, maybe including the airfares and food, maybe upwards of like $2,000, $2,500, something like that. Yeah,
It wasn't too bad.
And how did you? How
it
much?
was pretty good.
How much money did you raise?
Okay, so with the help of Victor
Yay.
and everyone else supporting the charity, I raised 1,000 US for the orphans that were affected by the tsunami in 2011.
That's great.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Great.
Yes, thank you. Yes.
And I think I heard you doing a
And
movie.
6 months later, now I'm living here.
Yeah. You moved. I didn't know that. Yeah, I was surprised. So what's your?
Yeah, okay.
How did you get a job? Do you have a what kind of visa are you on?
Okay, so I'm on a working holiday visa because I actually don't have a degree. I'm not very smart in the head. So
Degree has nothing.
through one of the people I met,
Mhm.
yeah, through one of the people I met on my trip, they asked me, they're like, "Do you want to come back to Japan?" And I loved it so much. I was like, "Yeah, okay." And he's like, "Okay, the job's in Osaka. Go buy a plane ticket." And that was pretty much it. Sussed the visa, no trouble, and that was it.
Wow.
I've been here since the beginning of March.
How long's your visa for?
1 year,
Can you
and
not-
it's renewable.
That is renewable.
Renewable
Yeah.
one time, twice?
Only until I'm 30, and then I'll have to have a degree for the working holiday.
Oh, there is a
Alright.
catch to it.
Yes,
So,
this is a New
Jason-
Zealand, Australia thing.
Jason, the jet thing. Until
Yeah.
what age is that? What are they? What are the age group? What's the age limit? The youngest and the oldest? How does it work?
They really want people in their 20s, but the official sort of high age limit is 40.
40?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Oh wow.
So the oldest person I ever met that was a brand new jet was 38 when he started.
Uh-huh. What
So
from
it
what
does
countries?
happen.
And what from what countries can they come from?
From what countries can they come from? Well, obviously any native English-speaking countries: South Africa, Australia, New Zealand, Ireland, Wales, America, Canada, and then a host of other ones, Jamaica.
Jamaica, really?
Yeah, Kenya. There's like 40 of them. If you go to Jet Program, spelled
Uh-huh.
British way, PROGAMME.org, they list them on the
They
website.
spell it the British way?
Yeah, because it started out as kind of a British thing back in the early
Oh.
90s before it
Right.
morphed into the Jet Program.
Because no one speaks that English anymore. Just trolling the British people.
Yeah, color with a U.
I see. But I've heard that like people from like Sweden or something can come, or Switzerland.
Well, you can also do other jobs within the JET program. One is called a CIR, Coordinator of International Relations, which means you work in like the town office, the shaksho, and you can, like in Shimane, we had one in Izumo that was every year a new person from Finland. There's a sister city relationship with Finland, so we had a new Finn every year. They need to be able to speak Japanese in their native language, not
Yes,
necessarily.
they have to speak Japanese, right? Yeah.
Yeah, but they have to be able to speak Japanese.
All right.
Yeah. There's
And
a huge amount
you're
of...
not in the JET program anymore, right?
No, I did my maximum 5 years and finished in 2009. Now I teach at a university.
Okay.
Yeah.
So better days. That's good. Much
Yeah.
better, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I always tell people if you get a chance, like being a JET is somewhat limiting in that you're kind of a parrot sometimes.
You can be.
but the pay is good. They take care of you, right?
Yeah, they hold your hand in an amazing way
They
when you
hold your
first
hand,
come
yeah.
over.
Yeah.
Pay for your flight here, pay for your flight home,
Oh,
subsidized
they pay for your
housing.
flights. I didn't know that. Yeah.
Yeah. It's really the e-ticket. I mean, it's really the best way to come if you want to do the teaching thing.
The
I
E.
did not know there was a maximum of 5 years on that.
Yeah, maximum of 5.
Okay.
Actually,
Yeah.
really maximum of 3, and then a 4th and a 5th if you're like a really good teacher.
Huh.
Yeah, but 3 years is easy.
Does your salary increase every year, or is it just like the same?
They recently actually lowered the salary for the first time ever about 2 years ago to just
What?
under 30 mon a month, and now your second
That's
year
still
you
a
get
lot of money. That's still pretty
yeah. Your second year you get the old salary of 30 mon a month, and then your third year you get a raise to about 32 mon a month.
good.
And that stays the same if you stay a 4th or 5th.
For those of you who don't understand, 30 mon is basically $1,000. No, $100. So 30
$100.
mon would be $100. So $3,000, right?
Yeah. 3.6 million a year.
3.6.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's
Yeah.
not bad.
Not bad for a teacher with, all you need is a degree.
Yeah. One thing about this country that a lot of people don't understand is that it's actually pretty cheap to live here if you're careful. You can actually save quite a bit of money.
Well, especially considering 80 to 85% of jets are put out in rural areas where the cost of living is much lower than it would be in, say, Tokyo or Osaka.
Yeah.
Right.
Where are you, Shane? Do you mind saying?
I'm in right next to Victor, like very
He's
close.
actually like 15 minutes. He could have walked over here and done this.
Yeah, we could have like
okay.
walked to his house. Yeah.
He's walked to my house before, right?
Yeah, but I applied to Jet, but I just didn't want to wait for the August departure, the late July departure. I
Yeah.
wanted to get here as soon as possible, so I got here in March.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. There's lots of ways to come.
There's another like big
Yes.
event with sumo happening that I saw you post some comment about, Jason.
Well, there's a basho happening right now at the Kokugikon in Tokyo, the May basho.
Mm-hmm.
Every odd-numbered month, there's a
But
home
there's something
basho.
changing about the way that's being broadcast, or no? Did I
Oh yeah,
misunderstand that?
well they for the first time last basho, NHK decided to monetize their streaming feed, and
Oh.
so what would you consider to be a reasonable amount to pay for 15 days of sumo streamed to your computer? Take a
Okay,
guess.
hold on. A reasonable amount,
15
I would
days.
say 1,400 yen, 1,500 yen,
For yeah, so maybe 100 yen a day.
1 or 200 yen a day. Yeah, sure.
Yeah. They want you to pay $10, 1,000 yen a day, or if you buy all 15 days, 1.2 mon or $120 for one basho. Not for a year, not for a membership or
But
one
you can get
basho.
tickets to the basho for less than that.
Yeah, it's ridiculously overpriced.
That's crazy.
And I don't know who came up with it. And I mean, comparable amounts that you pay to watch things online or see an event or whatever, it's just ridiculous. I can't imagine anyone's doing it. Because I mean, my channel, on YouTube, you can watch video. I mean, there's other ways to watch if you don't live in Japan, and why would you do it if you lived here? So it's got to be failing, but who knows?
Oh, I don't know. Japanese will pay top dollar sometimes for things
But
that
the
we don't.
stream is like one fixed camera, no replays, no commentary. The only
No
thing
replays
is,
are oh wow.
yeah, the only thing is it stores it. You can watch, say, day 3 on day 10. If you're out of town that night or something, it's like a DVR. You can watch them at any point. But other than that, and then you don't even get to keep it. Like 2 weeks after the basho, they erase it.
Wow.
Do you think it went up because of the tax increase in April?
They just, for a long time, they would take videos off YouTube. They tried to, really control what people could see, and then finally, I think they just gave in and said, okay, well, we're doing this streaming thing, and people are watching it for free. Let's try to charge them money for it. And I mean, they're not going to release, statistics, but I hope no one's paying it.
I mean,
But
fixed camera, no replays, that kind of stuff. It's pretty rough.
Yeah,
That's pretty rough, man.
What did Jack say?
It's not near as good. If you watch sumo on NHK, it's pretty good. I mean, they have high def cameras, they have commentators in Japanese and English.
Hmm.
You know, I pay my NHK man just because I feel like I should because
Yeah,
I
me
watch
too.
sumo. You know.
No, I feel like it's part of society. If you live here and that's part of society, a lot of people don't. There's a lot of people, especially foreigners, who are like,
A lot
I
of
don't
porn
take that
stuck
shit.
out. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
It's
I
a
mean,
good-
what is it a month? How much is it a month? $10 a month?
It's gone up. It's about 15. It's
I don't
still,
remember last time we paid, but
yeah. I pay in
They-
6-month chunks.
yeah. Another thing I want to talk about very briefly is it's kind of a sad story about Jack's skateboard
Okay.
because you
Yeah, I mean,
let me be a dick about this, okay? I saw your
Okay,
post on
please.
Facebook. You know, and you know I
Yeah.
like you, but I saw your post
Yeah.
on Facebook. You're basically whining and crying about this fucking
Yeah.
piece of wood, and I was
Yeah.
like, "Fuck, dude,
I
it's
picked
just, it's just a piece of wood. Come on, just get a new one."
okay, yeah, that's.
So I'm
I have
trying
been
to.
told that a lot.
Yeah, okay. So let me be a
Okay, but
dick.
at the same time, remember, this was the same skateboard I used to go across Japan with. That same skateboard was my doorway for me to come to Japan and live here. So we have like a connection. It has sentimental value to it. It's a part of who I am. As cheesy as that sounds, it's true. So.
Jason, what do you want to say about that?
I agree with him. I think, Victor, if you had a guitar or something that you really liked and you proposed to your wife strumming that guitar and then it got broken, you'd be heartbroken, man.
Thank you, Jason. At least someone appreciates it.
Shane?
What exactly happened? Did you just break it? Like
You got hit by a car, man. You got hit by
I
a
hit
car.
by a car, and the car ran over
Oh.
the tail of it.
Yeah, but you can still keep the scraps, right? Or did you throw it away?
Yeah, but I can't use it.
But then now you can hang it like in like a little prop, like a little shrine to your skateboard.
I could just hang off the wall, you know.
Yeah, hang up on the wall.
Well, to be fair,
Yeah,
you could easily say to me, Victor, your dog died. Just get a new dog. I said,
no, that's not the same, man. Come
No,
on.
it's not the same as that.
no, but actually, I mean, I don't know. I mean,
Yeah.
I can understand some people saying that though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On that level, I can understand people being dicks about that. But it was hard for me to like read your Facebook post and not think to myself, dude, it's just a piece of wood,
Yeah, no, I can completely understand, man.
Is it completely? You can't fix it. It's fucked up.
It's just snapped. It's messed up. Yeah. It's
All right.
That's what glue's for. Glue and tape, Victor, right?
Yeah, duct tape, man, duct tape.
Yeah.
Victor, I have 2 quick questions. Can I ask you 2 quick questions?
Yeah.
Okay, 1. Any blowback from Maker after your videos, kind of slagging them off?
Oh, actually, I got an email 2 days ago from Maker saying we apologize. We dropped the ball, and it was a woman. Like I told you, I said in the video. So apparently, I knew it was a woman. I didn't say. I don't know if I said that in the video, but there was a woman who apparently, like the first person they gave me, I wasn't impressed with. They didn't do it. He didn't do anything, and I kind of ignored him for a while. And then, anyway, then after a year and 6 months, he started just completely ignoring any requests I had. Like I was just trying to find out how much one particular video I'd made with Mully had made, how much money it had made, and he wouldn't even answer that. So I said, okay, guys, look, I understand you guys have no interest in helping. That's fine, but at least give me an email that I can contact in case I need something.
Uh-huh.
Because the guy that you've set me up with, he doesn't even answer an email. So give me somebody new. And they gave me this woman's name, and she emailed me right away and said, "Hi, I'm your blah 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 new person, your new handler, what I don't know what they call themselves, agent.
Yeah.
And I want to help you bring your channel to the next level."
Mm-hmm.
And then she goes, "When can we talk?" And I said, "How about tomorrow?" Okay.
Yeah.
Over a month later, I got a response saying, "Oh, I'm sorry, we dropped the ball. I dropped the ball. I don't usually do that. I'm usually much better."
Yeah.
But I just said, look, it's all right. I really don't have any more hopes with your company. I'm tired of, feeling. I'm trying to getting my hopes up that maybe they're going to change or something.
Yeah.
Because it would be nice to know, like, it would be nice for them to say, "Hey, dude, we got you this. We did this for you, and thanks to us, you got this much more money and this much more exposure and these many more whatever, we put you on this other guy's page, and thanks to us, we got you this." Nothing like that at all has ever happened.
Yeah.
That sounds like such a ripoff.
Yeah, but so Victor, why can't you look on your stats to see if the videos how much it makes?
So
I'm the
about
only one.
6 months ago, they changed the system, and all the stats were erased.
Wow.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm connected to only on Gimmeabreakman because I'm connected to Makers.
So Maker gets all your data now?
No, I actually don't think even they can see it. But for some reason, because they took over the channel, it all got erased.
Wow.
That's so weird.
So I don't know how much Gimmeabreakman has ever made. But I know how much Gimmeabreakman is. And well, you can see there's a couple stats that remain. Like I have over 18 million video views on Gimmeabreakman. I mean that can't be erased.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And the number of subscribers remains, and the number of thumbs up and all that crap. But I don't know how much money was ever made on that channel anymore. But you know, I could go back and look at the taxes, receipts, whatever, you know, do it that way. But on Gimmeabreakman, when you type in when you click on a video, you can see exactly how much every video is made. So it wasn't a big deal. It was just like, why don't you email me back? It was more that than anything. It wasn't really the data. It was like, really, you guys can't even just email me back?
Yeah, it's one quick thing.
It's like I'm not even asking for anything except, you know, you guys are screwing me for $300 a month already.
Yeah.
I mean, we like one whole month. They just said, by this email that I got yesterday, 2 days ago, they admitted that, oh, sorry, we ignored you for a month, you know, but they're still getting $300. They're still getting $300.
I think the problem is they just expanded too quickly, you know? Because it seems like they only started like a few years ago, and then all of a sudden they exploded, and now like everyone knows about Maker on YouTube. So it's like if they're already getting YouTubers in Japan, it just seems like they probably expanded too quickly.
I must be the only idiot who joined them. No, there's
spread
actually
themselves too thin.
Softy Papa as well, but
Yeah. Have you heard of this thing called Patreon or something, where you go and you can like pledge $1 a month to your favorite creative person or pay them versus video? So I never put ads on my sumo videos because I don't own that content.
Right.
But I get thousands of views, and you know, I'm at 1.5 million on the channel overall. And I'm thinking maybe for that one I would just say, hey guys, if you like this and want to support it, since I can't put ads and I've never asked for money for it before, would you be willing to go and say $1 a month? You know, $12 out of your pocket in a year. But I don't know. I don't know if people will react. I've talked about
this on my channel before.
Yeah.
And actually, Jack, we actually talked about this a little bit on involving Jack, because you know the whole point for Jack in the beginning was collecting money for the charity, right?
Right.
Yes.
So the trick is, how do you inspire people to give money, right, for something? Now, just yesterday, I saw a story about a pit bull who'd been rescued, and it's called Hope for Paws or something like that. I don't remember.
Oh yeah, Hope for Paws.
And I saw that video, and I was like, I'm sending $5, you know. I mean, it was easy, you know. So on an emotional level, it's easy for me to connect with that. I think it's harder for people to connect with like a skateboarder or an artist or a musician, you know. But the Patreon idea, I think, is excellent if you can inspire people, and I want to inspire people. But I also don't want to be a douchebag.
Yeah.
I think I inspire people. I get emails all the time saying, "Hey, you inspired me," all the time.
Right.
Every day I get emails asking me to answer these questions, blah blah. But I don't want to. I think it's I think one thing I don't like about Patreon is that some people, I feel my feeling is that some people just see that as a way to make money for nothing and chicks for free, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I understand.
Right? And I've seen people like just put up pages on there, and when they have nothing to offer at all, like, hey, just support us, send us money for no apparent reason. You know?
See, what I got flamed for a lot was they're like, okay, why don't you just, instead of going to Japan doing this trip, just send all the money you spent on the trip to the charity?
Yeah.
It's like,
it's hard to argue with that, but I mean, okay, I'm gonna
with your own growth and your own exploration, and you know, come on.
Yeah.
All right, Victor, my second question.
Yeah, sure. Anyway, back to Patreon. I think Patreon is a good idea.
Yeah.
But I think that anyone who does Patreon has to offer value.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is
You
that
really
money
have to be
taxed,
careful.
though?
So, Jason, if you do it, offer values. Find some way to offer some
Well,
bonus.
it'd be me committing, saying, okay, every boss show for 15 days, I'm gonna take my time and put up these sumo videos. But I mean, that would be. I've been doing it for free for 4 years now.
Well, then, in your case, I wouldn't allow for I wouldn't like. I know this one girl who does it, but she doesn't allow anyone to donate more than $1.
Yeah, I would do something like that.
Like 25 cents or $1. That's it.
Exactly. Yeah.
And she has a bunch of patrons that offer 25 cents.
Yeah.
And a bunch are $1 too. But like, I think it's like ridiculous to ask people for $100 so you can Skype with me. Hey, give me $100 to Skype with you. Like, who do you think you are? $100.
Is that money taxed though for the Patreon? Is it like actual taxable income?
My Google AdSense money that I make on my other channel, they send me a W-2 thing, a tax thing at the end of every year. So yeah, you get.
Patreon, I would imagine, is taxable, but I don't know the specifics.
You have to declare it, I guess, is what you say or something. Yeah.
But on the other hand, I've seen some people who have really great Patreon campaigns, and everyone who supports them is happy and really psyched about supporting them.
I mean, if I were doing like a daily webcomic or something, there's totally cool people out there you could see supporting,
Yeah, and I would support them too. I mean, there's people I've sent money to because I just like what they're doing and I hope to support them. So
yeah, totally.
I can understand that, but I'm really reticent to do anything like that until I'm sure I can offer value, completely, for whatever they want. So I think it's arrogant to say, oh, I've seen some like oh, I'll follow your Twitter, really. You're gonna follow? I'll pay you $1 a month or $5 a month, and you follow my Twitter.
Yeah.
That's what I get. I'm sorry, but I don't think your Twitter's worth. I don't think anybody's Twitter follow is worth that much.
Yeah.
Maybe William Shatner. I'd pay $5 maybe a month for him to follow me.
And Jake Adelstein.
He already follows me, so why would I pay?
I'm kidding. All right,
so
second question. Ready? Okay, so Shane and Jake, you guys can answer, but you're both. I just by looking at your face, Jack. Sorry,
okay.
I can tell that you're both like under 30. So this doesn't really apply to you guys. You weren't even born.
Is this a penis?
No, they weren't even born when Star Wars came out.
Oh, okay.
But going back to this, happy birthday to George. Victor, what is your favorite, life-changing, best childhood memory movie from, say, when you were 5 years old to 15 years old? Because we're about the same age.
Yeah. Life-changing?
Yeah, like a movie that really rocked your world, that you just you watch it all the time still, that you reference you quote it.
I was gonna say Jaws because it scared the shit out of me.
Yeah, Jaws is an amazing movie.
Like, I would not go in the water. Like, I couldn't fucking take a bath. I had to keep my eyes open. I was so terrified.
Did you see that on the big screen?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. See, I was too young. My parents wouldn't let me go.
Actually, I don't remember if it was a big screen, but I remember being terrified of the water, so I must have seen it.
Yeah.
But I must have seen. Well, I don't think it was rated R, was it?
No, it was PG. But my older sister saw it, and she said, "You can't let Jason see that. He'll never go to the beach again."
Well, that's what happened.
I was about 7, so.
Yeah. Well, I saw my first rated R movie was Blues Brothers.
Okay.
Okay, and I really enjoyed that because I said the word "fuck" a few times in it. And my brother and I were like, "Yeah, we got to hear the word fuck." Right?
Captain Maria is in that movie.
Who?
Carrie Fisher has.
Oh yeah. Oh, she's beautiful. The psycho ex-girlfriend, but the movie that really scared the fuck out of me, and I don't know if this is life-changing, but was American Werewolf in London.
Oh yeah, the whole thing with the Muppets, and then like they turn into the Nazi pigs or whatever. Oh my god, that scared the shit out of me.
Well, for me, it was him changing,
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys have ever seen American Werewolf in London. It won the Oscar for best. I think it was the first year they offered a special effects Oscar.
It's a great film.
And it won.
I've seen it.
And it's an amazingly scary movie, especially at that time because there was nothing like it,
And they took a mixture of humor and horror.
Yeah. Yeah. It was funny and scary.
For, like Buffy and everything.
But
Black and white?
No, it's color. It's John Landis, the same guy who directed.
Black and White's 1946, man.
Yo, I'm thinking like Psycho era, and that's obviously not your time.
1981.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, so Shane and Jack.
Whoa, I got one more. But the most
influential,
nice. Let me tell you, the most influential movie was.
Yeah.
You looking at me? Are you looking at me? I don't see anybody else around here. You talking to me? You talking to me? Okay.
Taxi Driver. See, I was way too young for Taxi Driver.
Oh, really?
That's a hard R, man. That's a scary damn movie.
I must have seen it later, but it's still.
Yeah, you probably saw it on video and it made it impressive.
I saw it on video later. Yeah.
But,
like tons of times, you know.
Yeah. It's a great film.
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
How about you
got one?
Sorry, what?
Jane?
Favorite childhood movie?
It has to be probably The Lion King. It's a life changer. Life changer. I can never go to sleep at night anymore. It's like I cry every night because Simba died. It's freaking horrible. Every time I see a lion now, I just burst into tears.
You ever see Jeremy Irons in a movie? You just scar flashbacks.
Oh, I just can't even think about it. It's just
I can understand.
Too painful. Too painful. No, probably it's gonna sound super nerdy, but probably the first Harry Potter, only because like reading the Harry Potter books made me want to become a writer, and like it's the only reason that I feel like I was able to like right now I'm on my third novel, so it's like the only reason I'd be able to like even get that far, which is crazy.
You're writing novels now?
Well, I've been writing. Like I ultimately want to be a writer, so like that's my like end game, but I don't want to like try to like publish them until I have like an arsenal kind of.
Right.
I'm afraid of the rejection because of the Simba movie. That's why it scarred me.
There you go.
So.
All right, Jack.
Okay. Okay, you guys are gonna fucking laugh at me at this. Okay.
It's all right.
So I watched this when I was 13. Okay, it's this movie. You may have heard of it. You may not. It's called Kevin and Perry Go Large.
Kevin and Perry Go Large. I've heard of it, but I don't
know. No, it's made in the UK. Okay. Okay. What it's about? Okay. Imagine the two dorkiest guys you could imagine. They're both young teenagers, and they're just really dorky. Okay.
Are their names Bill and Ted?
No, their names are Kevin and Perry.
They're doing a remake. They're doing another Bill and Ted movie.
I know.
I can't believe it. Sorry, go ahead.
Okay, they're so fixated about getting laid. Okay, they're really dorky, but they're so fixated about getting laid. They're like, okay, all we have to do is become superstar DJs and go play in Ibiza, that little island off the coast of Spain.
Right.
Yeah.
And we'll get laid and we'll get girls. And the whole movie is about them progressing to Ibiza, becoming DJs, and they're just super nerdy and super dorky. And in the end, they become superstar DJs. They're still dorky, and they get laid. And I was like, that was it. I just got to become a superstar DJ, and I'll get laid and get all the ladies. Of course. Okay, so that was actually life changing, and to this day, I still DJ and I still listen to that kind of music. It's a stupid ass movie.
Did it have a good soundtrack?
Great.
Oh yeah, man, it was just you have to see it to believe it. Kevin and Perry Go Large.
So I looked it up on megashare.info and it's not there, unfortunately. So
it is an old movie. Kevin and Perry Go Large.
I'll have to find it online somewhere. But.
Well, for me,
what about Jason?
Yeah, I was going to say, obviously, I was 10 years old when The Empire Strikes Back came out, and I don't think I'm spoiling anything by saying that the ending, the revelation at the end, blew my 10-year-old mind, and, that Luke is the offspring of Darth. And that movie, I paid to see that movie at the cinema more than I've ever paid to see a movie in my entire life. I went 10 times that summer with different friends and my brother. And
you're kidding! You went to the same movie 10 times?
Yeah, basically once a week.
Like a girl with Titanic.
But back then it was probably like $1 a show, right? So
yeah, I'd go to matinees. It was like $5.
Yeah.
And then for me, I think growing up, the biggest person for movies was John Hughes. He made 16 Candles, The Breakfast Club, and Ferris Bueller.
Breakfast. Oh yeah, great
Those
movie.
3 movies in a row in the early to mid 80s really defined my teenage years. So yeah, those Star Wars and John Hughes, and then you get this.
Can't really argue with that. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Jason, so are you a big Batman fan now?
I am a huge comic book Batman fan, and of course I like the movies as well.
Greg
but
Miller.
Are you excited about Gotham or what?
I am very excited about Gotham. I
I'm
hope
excited.
Gotham
goodness
looks good.
I
Yeah,
can
looks
see it over
really
here in
Smart.
Japan.
Yeah, next year in fall is going to be great for superhero TV. It's going to be The Flash, Arrow, and Batman.
Yeah, I haven't
And
watched the
Heroes,
second
right?
season
Heroes
of
is coming
Arrow.
back.
Oh, and Heroes, yeah, like four
Yeah.
different superhero shows.
So I kind of want to watch the new 24 that's set in London, but I'm a little
I'm
hesitant.
rewatching 24 now so I can start watching it again.
Yeah, it's getting pretty good reviews. So
Do you have to be connected to those? I mean, do you have to watch the last?
just
Not
to know what
really.
happened to
I just
Jack
kind of want to
in
watch it
season
again.
8. Yeah.
Yeah. Even though I feel like every season's like a cop out because they just don't really tell you what's going on in between. So.
Yeah.
Who's in the new Heroes Reborn?
The only
Yeah,
2
Heroes
returning
Reborn.
characters are Claire and
The only 2
Hero.
relevant characters, the
Yeah.
best character and the hot chick. That's like all you need.
Yeah.
Who are the 2 characters?
Claire, the cheerleader,
Uh-huh.
and Hero, the Japanese guy.
Oh, he's back.
Yeah.
What about
Big
his
dog.
Korean sidekick?
Nope.
What happened to him?
It starts with his death. That's why the new season it starts with his death, I think.
Oh, okay.
And then like it's like.
How do you know that?
Because I'm a freaking nerd. I like look this shit up. I'm pretty sure it starts with his death and like Heroes at the funeral, and then it starts somehow.
Okay. Well, that's
Oh,
kind of
they don't-
interesting. Him getting powers in like the 2nd or 3rd season was lame. I mean, the
Yeah.
first season of Heroes was amazing, and then it just went down after
Well,
that.
that's only because of the writer's strike. Like the writers
Yeah,
first
that was a
fucked
big
that
part
show
of
up.
it. But come
Yeah.
on, the circus stuff in the 4th
That
season.
was during that was the writer's strike time. The circus.
Oh, really?
Ooh,
Yeah, that's why it fucked
Yeah.
up because of the circus.
Yeah.
Stupid.
But I
That's
loved
so-
that show at the beginning. I totally dug it. Yeah.
Yeah, me
Yeah.
too. Me too.
Yeah. They just released a picture today of the new Bat suit and the new Batmobile.
Yeah, I saw it. Looks good.
Yeah, it's very Frank Miller-esque, so
Yeah.
I'm pretty happy.
I still think it's ridiculous that Batman can compete with Superman though.
Well, I
Like,
can't.
the one
It's
week-
really going to be the story.
Kryptonite's such a. They're playing it off like it's gonna be Batman versus Superman.
Yeah, they are.
Obviously, they're gonna reconcile for
They'll become
Justice League,
buddies.
but
Yeah, just like the
Yeah.
comic book.
well, because of Justice League, like it's coming out in 2015, so they have to become buddies. But it's just like they're playing it off like they're gonna be rivals. Stupid.
All right, it's after midnight. I got work tomorrow. I got to go.
Yes, thanks everyone. Hey Jack, thanks for
So-
coming out.
Yes.
We
For having us
appreciate
on,
it.
Victor. Appreciate it.
And yeah, follically speaking, you guys more than make up for Hiko not being here. So, but hopefully, actually, he'll be back next week with Jake Adelstein. But it's good to have. I like having these mixed up groups sometimes too. So
Yeah,
thanks for
everyone
coming
out there in the comments, thanks for watching. If you're still watching.
Yes. thank you.
I'll add everyone. I'll add everyone to the description, and I'll see you guys soon.
All right.
All right.
See ya.
Peace.
Take care.
Peace out. Good night. Stop broadcasting.